Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode Talking Nerdy with Ruff. I'm Ruff, and I'm here to talk about some Netflix shows. It's two shows and one movie that I enjoyed a lot. First, I'm going to hit the movie. Name of the movie's Bright. It's got Will Smith. And it's not really a futuristic world, it's semi-futuristic. And you've got these magical creatures, right? You've got orcs, you've got elves, and they're living side by side with humans. And within that whole ecosystem or whole society, there's elves who are like the really rich people. They live in this separate gated part of town and they don't have anything to do with everybody else. The humans who are kind of mixed in with everybody else. There's some humans that are in the elves circles, and then there's some that's in the orcs, and the orcs are like the lower class, kind of frowned upon. You know, they're real portrayed as being real brutal and kind of animalistic, you know, real fighting, a lot of fighting, and they've got these weird traditions and like rituals that they still hold on to. It's really interesting. Will Smith's character is a cop, and he is teamed up with an orc. It turns out what they're doing the entire movie is they are working together to find this weapon, but you don't know what it is, that everybody else is ready to kill them for. There's an elf that's like a higher up in the police. It's not a police, but kind of almost like a FBI or CIA agent, but it's not. You know, you don't have those organizations in this. And he's, you know, running in between everything. He's always like a step or two behind them, and you don't really know till the end what's actually going on and what a Bright actually is. And there's turns out there's spoilers ahead. Okay, if you don't like spoilers, just click off this post right now. What a Bright is someone who can use a wand. That's right, magical wand, and that's what the whole thing's about. They're afraid that someone who is a Bright gets hold of this. Another wand showed up, and they can't. You know, everybody's trying to find it, and the only people that can use wands is Brights, and the only way to figure it out is if you try. If you try and fail, it kills you. But otherwise, you can be a magician. You can do whatever you want to do, and it's a really interesting. I really enjoyed it. And I know it got some mixed reviews. Some people didn't really like it. I loved it. I loved it. Like it's a great movie. It'd be a better TV show. It would have been better explained out over a season, over, you know, 12, 30-minute episodes or 6 hour and a half episodes. It would have been better. But with what they had and what they done, I really enjoyed that movie. Okay, moving along. We've got next Frankenstien Chronicles. It's got Sean Bean in it. I don't know how y'all feel about Sean Bean. I like the man. He usually dies pretty quick, but I like the man. I mean, it's Edward Stark. How can you go wrong? Anyways, he plays Detective John Marlowe, and what he's doing is he's investigating a series of crimes in 19th century London, England, and they may, like, you don't really know who's doing it. It's got to be a search. The series opens up, and this is not really a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you what happens in the end. But I will tell you how it opens up, and you know, all little bits and pieces. But I'm not going to tell you what happens at the end of that. It's definitely worth watching. I don't think the little Bright spoilers spoiled the movie. The movie's still worth watching, knowing that going in, because I feel like I might be wrong. If I am, I'm sorry. But it opens up, and there's this body by a river bed that's like been cut up and put back together. And he spends the next, it's only, 12 episodes, it's 2 seasons, but he spends most of the rest of the first season trying to figure out what's going on with this body and how someone could have done this. How they could have put it back together like that. And it's a really great show. Same way. It's only 12 episodes. It's not terribly long. It's a very enjoyable watch. It's real well written, well shot. It's a great story. It's a reimagining of old. Everybody knows about Frankenstein. Everybody knows about Frankenstein's monster. It's not a new thing. So, with that being said, that's Frankenstein Chronicles. And again, I would definitely, 100%, it's worth a watch. It's worth sitting down and watching. I don't know if you don't like it by the second episode. That's my general rule of thumb. I'll give anything 2 episodes, and if I don't like it by the second episode, I'm probably not going to follow through. There's been very few things that didn't work that I did follow through with that I didn't like after those first 2. There are some examples. Justified, the first couple episodes, I'm like, oh, this is kind of okay, but I don't know about it. And the more I watched it, I really enjoyed that. It was an excellent show. But most of the shows that I really, really like, they get you pretty quick. And the Frankenstein Chronicles, to me, got me quick. Not as quick as the next one, but quick. And it's not, I don't know if I really gravitate towards, but I do really like the whole, what if magic was real? Like the Harry Potter, the Harry Potter's kind of a younger version of it, but that idea of things, like what if there's more that you don't know about that is actually going on? Not that there is or nothing, but the possibility of it in alternate, realities and stuff, sci-fi, things like that. The Harry Potter series, of course, if anyone hasn't read it or even watch the movies are great. They're not just like the books, but they're great. The next one, okay, Johnathan Strange and Dr. Norrell. It's a BBC show, and BBC usually puts out pretty good stuff. I'm not crazy about all their shows. I'm not big on Sherlock. I've read most of the Sherlock Holmes books, but the show, don't get me wrong, it's an enjoyable show, but it's not one that just grabs me. And they really knocked it out of the park with this one. It's only 7 episodes. Okay, so let me set the stage for you. It's alternate history during the Napoleonic Wars, which, unless I'm mistaken, would be in the early 1800s, which would put Britain roughly 40, 50 years after the American Revolution, where they was fighting with Napoleon and the French. And there's 2 men. I wrote, just so everyone knows, I wrote this down off IMDb, but I'm not just reading it, it's kind of an outline. There's 2 men, and one is a recluse. His name's Dr. Norrell. He's a little short guy, kind of gruff. He's real strange guy. And the other man is Johnathan Strange. Johnathan Strange is a real amateur. Like, the opening episode, there's this argument about magic. And what it is at this time in England, in this alternate history, the magic hasn't existed there for like 100 years. And there's people like Strange is trying to get books, because there's magical books that talk about, I believe his name was the Raven King, best I can remember, and it talks about that time and things that was done, and the realm to the Fae and stuff like that, and people, where they made deals with fairies and all that jive. But you can't get them. You can't get them because Dr. Norrell has bought them all. He's got them all in his library. So he is a theoretical magician, and he studies and practices the theory of magic. He's not a practicing magician. Then it goes on, and Strange, Mr. Johnathan Strange, gets a spell, which it's kind of weird how it's a wrote out set of words that you got to do. I mean, it's kind of the same thing as like some of the D&D spells, but it's really weird to see it portrayed in that way. But he gets one, and it works like instantly, and he becomes a practicing magician. And the 2 of them help Britain win against the French. And it's more than that. There's a lot more other stories going on, and underlying stories, and the aftermath of people's decisions and stuff. But those 3, it's a movie, 2 shows, are absolutely worth a watch. I I would recommend them to anybody. And I'll say it again, if you don't like it, Strange and Norrell is only 7 episodes. If you don't like it after the first episode, drop it. If you don't like Frankenstien Chronicles by the second one, drop it. But I really feel like it's worth sitting through. I know I really enjoyed them, and I wasn't looking for them. I watched Bright because I like Will Smith. I watched Strange and Norrell, Dr. Norrell, because it recommended it for me searching for Harry Potter movies, because I thought the Harry Potter movies was on Netflix and it wasn't, and it was in the suggested box, but it was surprisingly good. And the Frankenstien Chronicles come up as a suggestion because I watched Doctor Strange and Norrell, or Dr. Johnathan Strange and Dr. Norrell. But those 3 definitely worth a watch. As far as anything else, I hadn't watched Justice League yet. I know it's out, and I'll get it. I'm open-minded about it, but DC's cinematic universe, I think they're a little behind. I'm not, the Batman movies are always good, like Batman and Superman, or Superman Batman, however worded, I wasn't crazy about. And Wonder Woman, I haven't watched. Suicide Squad, I felt like it was too busy. But I will give it a try. I am, however, extremely excited about Gotham by Gaslight. I just read the synopsis the other day on, I think, Amazon, and it looks really good. Anyways, I'll get those. I'll pick those up, make reviews for them. Like the page, share the post, subscribe to the YouTube, and if there's anything that y'all want me to watch, or want to ask questions or something, I'll do a reply video. I don't know exactly how to do all this. I'm really new. I got this webcam the other day. I just got it working when I got home today, and I've got a microphone, but I hadn't plugged it up yet. It says to plug it directly in the port. There's not but one port, and you've got to have editing software that I don't currently have. I will get some eventually, but all these videos have been shot one time, or multiple times, but in one take. The other one took like 5 takes. But anyways, I want to thank everyone again for watching. I hope everyone's having a great day, and please, anything y'all want to see, let me know. Y'all have a good night.